works for strength and conditioning for judo athletes in general?
That's a very hard question to answer.
Yeah.
I mean, people do have their own kind of, opinions on it. But I think the thing about judo is it's a very sort of demanding sport. It's a very all-round sport. You have to be explosive for a start. So there's obviously a degree of like explosive training. We do a lot of like sort of explosive lifts in the gym, like cleans, sort of snatch, things like that. Sprints out on the track. You have to have that. I mean, if you don't have that, you don't really have much chance. But then on the other side, you need to have good endurance. You might fight sort of 6, 7, even 8 fights in one day. Mm-hmm. So you need to have that recovery in between fights. So we do sort of we go right down from 30-minute sprints right up to sort of 60-minute runs. So it's a really big range. It's really difficult to get the balance right.
How long are matches?
A match is 5 minutes long, and with sort of possibility, if there's no score after 5 minutes, you go into golden score, which is another 3 minutes. And with judo being such a sort of high intensity sport for the whole time, you get sort of really high lactate levels. So here we do a lot of sort of lactate circuits, like learning to deal with lactate at sort of really high level, and then to mobilise the lactate so you can still sort of keep your technique good, keep your focus good.
How would you do that?
Do circuits, go out on the track, do sort of kind of 400, 500 metre intervals. So you do 500 metres, you rest for a minute, do another, maybe do 10 sets of that. On the mat we'll do kind of like judo specific circuits, which at the moment we do a lot with ropes, a lot of rope climbs. So you'll get with a partner, you'll be doing sort of 2 rope climbs without stopping. And the
got ropes, these ropes over here.
You can see the ropes, they're
go pretty high.
3-4 metres high, so they're pretty.
This is the bath dojo?
Yeah. So sort of, you've got to climb to the top without using your feet, right down to the top, right down, up again, get off, sort of 10 kind of burpees or jumps over your partner in between the legs. So you really try and get the lactate up as high as you can, so you're all over the place. And then you have to do like 3 or 4 sort of judo throws, like try and keep the technique crisp. And
right, so through the lactate, keep the lactate. So is it more mental at that stage?
It's a real sort of mixture. It's obviously physically you've got to deal with that level of lactate, but it's kind of learning to cope with that mentally as well, like learning to keep your focus, keep your technique. Because in a fight, that's what sort of wins or loses at that last minute, when your lactate levels are right up, your muscles are burning, you just go into kind of, I think they say you kind of go back into the kind of natural mode, like either fight or flight kind of response type thing. Right. So you either panic or you focus and stick with it. And we've got to really learn to do that in judo. It's a really important part. And then the hardest thing is sort of you do that, you sort of finish that fight and you're back on again in like half an hour. And you've got to do that 5 times a day.